Hey YouTube, it's Joshua Sutton here, back after a 4-month break. I know I said I'd be doing 1 to 2 weekly videos, but that sort of didn't pan out with the way things were going. So, what have I been doing? Well, I've been working, essentially. Work's taken over my personal life, so that's always a thing. And I just had writer's block and I really couldn't face writing. It's kind of what happens sometimes when you're an author, you just run into this brick wall and you just shut off and you just go back into work and you just keep working, and that's really all you do. So it's unfortunate, but that's part of the life. Now, actually, since my last video and this video, I've had another release. So it's this lovely, rather hefty tome. This is the In Memory Trilogy Anthology Edition. So this is an edition I was always planning to release as a special hardback edition, but as you can see, it's paperback. It's available on Amazon now. It's $11.99. It combines all of the 3 books into one very nice, easy to read book. So if you want to pick them all up in one tome as opposed to the 3, I'd recommend picking it up. But that's just me being maybe a bit big-headed. Anyway, on to the main subject of this video is NaNoWriMo and You. So NaNoWriMo, obviously, as we know, is in full swing. It's now the 12th of November at time of recording this. So, you know, NaNoWriMo is in full swing. We're hitting about the 20k mark now. For those of you who don't know, I do NaNoWriMo every year, although this year I came into the party late. I in fact came into the party today, mostly because I wasn't going to do it. I was done with writing. I just couldn't see myself getting past this writer's block. And then I woke up this morning and picked up my laptop and opened my novel and wrote a couple of thousand words, so that's always good. So I've entered that into NaNoWriMo this year, hoping to complete it by the end of the month. Knock on wood, anyway. So NaNoWriMo and You, what effectively is NaNoWriMo? NaNoWriMo stands for National Novel Writing Month, for those of you who don't know what that is. It's a month where anyone from professional writers to amateur writers like myself go and attempt to finish a novel. It's a great thing to actually just try and finish a book within that month. So, really, NaNoWriMo boils down to 1,666 words a day over a month. So it's not really an unfeasible target to write 60,000 words in a month. You just have to actually pace yourself. So my tips for NaNoWriMo, and the way I write, at least if I don't have a manuscript already started like I do this time, is I'll go in with an idea. And I just write a little bit, I meet my word count for as long as I can, or go over my word count in some cases, just keep going over it, over it, keeping ahead of that graph. And then, yeah, that's really it. You just want to go in with a good idea, and ideas may change. You don't want to necessarily plan out your story, maybe plan out about 3 chapters worth of what you want to write, and then go from there. So, for example, with the current book I've got in is Cameraman. So if you watched the last video, that's a paranormal thriller about a man with a photographic memory solving crimes no one else can. With the paranormal, obviously. So my sort of general idea for that is now I'm coming into the middle chapters of the book, so there's things happen. Don't obviously want to spoil the plot, but he's training people and going after criminals, following leads, all this kind of stuff. That's for the middle section of your book. So ideally you want to break it down into a beginning, middle, end. So for the beginning of your book, you obviously want to be setting the scene and, you know, introducing your main characters and your villain, anti-villain, you know, all this kind of stuff. That's what you really want to be doing with the beginning of the book. Middle of the book, flesh out your ideas, introducing your characters, introducing new themes, and tie it all up into a nice neat package, get edited, hopefully published, whatever. So that's my staging for it. But the reality of NaNoWriMo is it's very hard. Despite having said earlier it's 1,000 words a day, 1,500 just over, it's very difficult to find the time. So what do I recommend for finding time? Well, lunch breaks are always a good thing. You've got a phone, you can download Pages on or Microsoft Word or whatever word processor you use. You can use that on your phone. Google Docs is now a thing. Just type out a couple of 100 words on your way to the shop or walking home. So I'm coming back to try and do 2 weekly videos. This is the first for this week, and then there'll be one on Thursday, going over my progression. But yeah, NaNoWriMo and You, it's a very, and it's an interesting thing. It can often feel like a solitary plod, especially when we're getting down to day 12, where the word counts, especially if you're behind, seem like it's a mission to make. Like 20,000 words is a lot of words. Like tomorrow's word, the 13th, so tomorrow, that word count is 21,666 words. Now, if you've been behind or starting like I am, late to the party, that's a lot. Fortunately, I'm starting late to the party with a partially completed manuscript. If you have partially completed manuscripts as well, always the best time is in Nano. Enter on day 1, day 20, day whatever. As long as you're trying to meet that goal, realistically, whether you finish your novel or not, NaNoWriMo is always a good idea. So NaNoWriMo is going to be stressful, but hold strong. You're going to get there. It's a very fun opportunity, and we get it twice a year as well. There's NaNoWriMo, and then there's Camp Nano in July, which again sometimes I take part in, sometimes I don't. I'm hoping to do both this year, but time constraints and life tend to get in the way. So the last part of this video, I want to talk about writer's block and dealing with that, because that's one thing that happens very heavily for me during Nano season. So dealing with writer's block, more often than not, you just need to take time. Step back from your manuscript, go for a walk, go to the pub. Don't focus everything on your manuscript. You want to go to the pub, you want to drink, have a life outside of writing. Writing in this month is not the be-all and end-all of your life. It can be if that's the way you work, and if that's the way you want to work, by just going from day 1 to day 31, or without seeing anyone, with just writing in coffee shops, being the stereotypical writer, coffee and, everything else, then you can do that, but you need to take a step back. So about this time is where I will normally step back from my manuscript for a day, because writing 1,000 words a day is still fairly easy for me at least. I can probably go on for about 3,000 to 4,000 words a day, easily. So once you've hit your target, just focus on the target you're setting yourself. If you're setting yourself to write 40,000 words, write 40. Don't necessarily go for the full 60. Write until the book feels done. Anyway, that's my advice so far for Nano. I will come back at you probably on Thursday with my NaNoWriMo overview and recap for that sort of period of time. Anyway, I'm very, very sorry about not bringing you content. I'm going to be trying to bring better content as well. So down below are all the links as usual. Please support me on Patreon. I'm going to be redoing those Patreon tiers tonight. So those tiers are going to be different. So please, I'm not asking you to support me. You can support from as little as $1 if you want to. If not, that's fine. Just enjoy. I hope you just enjoy the content. So for now, I'm signing off to go back to my Nano project. And I hope you all have a fantastic day.